In this lesson, let us learn some super effective copywriting strategies. The strategies that we are going to discuss is not limited to just a website. You can apply these strategies to write a video script, blog post, outreach emails, YouTube video descriptions, podcast descriptions, social media posts, and ad copies. Copywriting is the practice of writing text in order to inform, inspire, or persuade the reader. Writing an engaging web copy is very important because internet is a highly competitive place. If the visitor does not find value on the website, we all know what will happen. He will move away from the website. And we never want this to happen with us. So, for that, you have to write killer headlines, subheadings, paragraphs, call to action lines, articles and stories on the website so that the visitor is engaged and motivated to take action. Before starting the copywriting process, you have to be clear with the website objectives. You must be clear with the one single primary goal of the website. What do you want the visitor to do after he reads the website content? The better you understand the audience, the better you will be able to write. Also, you need a clear understanding of the product or service, know what it is, how it works, and how it compares to the competition. Also, you need to learn about the audience thoughts, fears, and desires. Then only you can write a copy that speaks directly to them. Now, I want to share the 7 most important strategies that are used to write a highly engaging website content. The first strategy is to use a slippery slide. Yes, it is the same slide on which children play in the park. The short sentences and very short paragraphs have a slippery slide effect and it is very effective in web copywriting. We always want to make the visitor keep reading till the end. Let me show you an example for this. What is a sentence's main job? Getting you to read the next one and then the next one after that. That's the slippery slide concept in action, making it hard for people to stop reading. Next is a very famous strategy called as the AIDA formula. It stands for attention, interest, desire, and action. AIDA or AIDA you can say. It works very well for the sales page copy, social media post copy, and email newsletters. Let us see an example to understand this. The first line written here is, "This is the most complete guide to landing pages online." This line creates attention. Next, creating landing pages that convert super well. It is tapping on the desire to create landing pages that convert. Then in the line, "You will love the detailed strategies in today's guide." There is an interest element as well. And finally, a call to action by writing, "Let's dive right in." The order is a bit upside down for the interest and desire in this example, but what matters is that you apply AIDA formula in the content. Next is to replace features by benefits. Okay, you didn't get what I mean. Features, benefits, replacement. Alright. I am telling you to remove the features on the website. Yes, remove them. And write the benefits in place of that. This is a very powerful strategy because it resonates well with the visitor. Try to talk in a way that the visitor is getting benefited. Don't tell why you are good. Tell them the benefits they will get by using your product or service. After all, his gain is your gain only, right? Alright. Next is to use strong and clear CTAs. You can place the CTA at every point in the message where a new information is presented. Never miss an opportunity to convert. Also, your customers are busy. In fact, they are very busy and they don't know what to do next. So, you have to tell them what exactly to do next. Alright. Next is to show social proof. It is a true magic in copywriting. Anyone can say on the website, I can do this, I can do that, but if you can show that up with data, testimonials, examples, case studies, reviews, statistics, you can really take the things to the next level and generate sales. It doesn't matter whether you have a long list of testimonials or just a few, you can show up the reviews about customers who are brilliantly satisfied or transformed by taking your services. Whatever the strongest form of social proof available to you, use that. Next is crystal clear USP. USP stands for unique selling proposition. It means to answer why should someone buy from you? Maybe you have got the best prices. Maybe you deliver faster than anyone else. Or maybe you guarantee results. This is what makes you stand up from the competition. So make sure you highlight your USP in the content. The last is the sense of urgency. It is used to make customers act right now. Yes, we want them to take actions and take it right now. Some of the ways to create urgency are like limited time offer, sale ends on Sunday, don't miss out, like this. It really works. Do give this a try. So, these are some really powerful strategies and try to make use of them in whatever content you compose. Now, let us learn some practical methods like how to write the headlines, paragraph, and other content. We will start with the headlines. In the website copy, always try to write irresistible headlines. The headline of the website is the first impression that your content is going to make. It is this headline that makes the person decide whether or not he is going to stick around the website and explore more information, or else he will simply leave your website and check Instagram. In the headline, you have to try to convince him that the content is useful, try to create an urgency, try to show that the content is unique and ultra specific. Let me show you an example. You can also pause this video to read the examples slowly. So this is a headline for one of the articles and it is clearly showing that the content is useful, unique and specific. Here is another example. This is how to write a super specific headline. Now let me tell you some headline preferences. You can use numbers in headlines. You can also address to the reader or use how to headlines and question headlines. You can also create emotional headlines by adding emotionally charged words in the headline like crazy, now, fast, mistake, new, breakthrough, amazing, awesome. Alright, so the next concept to use in headlines is FOMO, FOMO. It is the abbreviation for fear of missing out. It triggers a very strong emotion in the visitors. You can use a phrase like limited time savings. It works brilliantly. Give it a try. Next, you can also use the concept of WIIFM. It stands for what's in it for me. It means we need not write headlines showing our experience. Instead, write headlines that answer the question in the mind of the visitor. Once again, I would like to repeat that these are the universal copywriting strategies and you are free to use these strategies to write headlines for different web pages, blog post titles, email newsletters, social media posts and ad copies as well. Next is to write for paragraphs. It is also important because the first few lines decide whether the visitor will read the entire content or not. So it must always start with a hook. Let us have a look at this example. Here it is starting with a hook like the stats are in and the results are undeniable. Email is still the number one way to drive sales online. This is a hook. You can also use mini stories to start the paragraph. Write a 4 or 5 lines story like this. Or else you can also complement the headline as visible in this example. Now, next is to use the rule of 3 in copywriting. What is this rule of 3? Try to highlight the three main steps in content, like showing three testimonials on the homepage, three examples for some concept, or three main sections in a blog post. You could have easily gone with 5 steps or 7 steps, but I want you to focus on the rule of three. Because the content appears like knowledgeable while being both simple and catchy. It is very easy to digest for visitors. There is some magic about the number 3. Yes, yes, yes. That's why I had divided the website creation process into 3 steps. Now you know my secret of writing course scripts. Next is to follow a good structure for the web copy. If the content is one long point, break it down into subheadings to make it easy to read and logical to understand. Next is to write like you talk. It may not be completely applicable in a website copy, but try to use this hack in the email newsletters, blog posts, and social media posts. Next is to use short sentences. Yes, keep them as short as possible and apply the slippery slide concept. It will help the visitor to read more as short sentences are easy to read and understand. Next hack is to write for one person. Don't write content in a generic tone. Write it in a personalized tone as if you are talking to that specific reader. Next is to use active voice in copywriting. You will have to get back to the English grammar book if you have forgotten the concept of active voice that you learned in 4th or 6th grade of schooling. But using active voice is very helpful in copywriting. Next is not to use big words. Because if the words are hard to read, the visitor will not read it. Next is to write for skimmers. Yes, the people don't read content online, they skim. So use lots of subheadings and break the bigger content into smaller chunks and sections. And always make use of the final takeaway lines. Now, the last thing I want to tell you in this video is that you have to write not only for the visitors but also for the search engines. So always try to integrate the target keywords naturally into the content so that your website gets high ranking, thereby leading to more traffic and sales. Here we have completed the copywriting lesson part 1 and we have the part 2 as well. Stay tuned as we have to learn a bit more about the copywriting process. See you in the next video.